Hello and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to today's video. So today is finally all about Mr. Bond. I feel like my channel's like really been going through stages of each horse. I had like a few vlogs on Phoenix, a few vlogs on Pixie, but now we've got Mr. Bond. So he is going to do his first event next Saturday. Sorry, I'm just getting him loaded up. Come on. Yeah, he's going to do his first event, not next Saturday, this Saturday coming. He's only going to do his 70, bless him. Not because of the dressage or the show jumping, mainly because I haven't really had a chance to cross-country school him, which was potentially going to be today. So today I'm going for a lesson with Simon. Now, it was meant to be at Vale View, which, if you know Vale View, it's like a big, lots of arenas with outdoor cross-country jumps, but Simon cancelled and is now at Field Farm because they all managed to double book, so that's a bit of a pain. So I'm not sure whether we'll be doing show jumping or cross-country, but I thought I'd vlog like a bit of a prep for eventing vlog, because if not we'll have to take him cross-country schooling at some point. But yeah, I've just loaded him up. He's on the lorry. I've actually got his ride in my hand, so I'll just pop that in. Oh, Mr. Bond. Yeah, I'm getting loaded up, ready for his lesson. Hopefully going to do some cross-country, just need to go and find Simon. So I thought I would do a bit of a voiceover just so you don't have to listen to the horrible wind that was going on this day. My mum didn't actually film too much, but we spent loads of time just following Splash, which is the horse that Simon's on, up and down the mound, and then we went up and down the steps loads of time, built it up from the really short side, which you can see on the right, and then gradually made them bigger. She didn't film it all, but we started by just going up and down one of them, and then we obviously eventually got to going up and down both. And unfortunately it's probably not the most interesting thing to watch, because especially with it being his first time, it's pretty much just repetition is key. So you will see throughout this video, we pretty much introduce something and then just repeat, just to make sure he is feeling really confident with doing it. Now watching this back, I'm actually watching this after we've been to the event, and I won't say anything else about it other than we didn't really need to practice the steps or ditches or even water. It was literally just solid fences, none of them things. So yeah, he was so good with all of it though, which is a shame that none of it was in there, because I think he would have been alright with them, but you'll see in the vlog anyway, so look out for that video, guys. So yeah, then eventually we worked up to going off the other side of the bank, which obviously he hadn't seen before, but he popped straight up and down that side as well, and we just went all the way across and did the other side as well, just to make sure he was feeling really confident. I think it really helped this day, obviously with it being his first time, that Simon was on another horse, because to start off with, obviously he just spent his time following him, so it just set the tone to be a really confident session. So then we started jumping this tiny little log fence, and he jumped it first time out of trot and was really cool. And then it was literally, again, just turn around and do it from the other way. So we did exactly that. And then I think we cantered to it. We're quite happy trot jumping, but obviously once he's got going, we can canter to it. So we cantered to it, actually got quite a nice stride, and then I think we cantered the other way first. I forgot repetition is key, got a bit of a dodgy stride there, but it was more just get him to the fence, and as long as we're taking off in a somewhat alright spot, let him sort himself out and work it out for himself. So then we did this little one, again he was really good, just trot and pop the first time, and then we actually carried on over that little log that we started over, and yeah, he's a really good boy. I actually think he's quite enjoying himself, because usually I am booting him round to stay in canter, but I mean, I was a bit brave coming straight to that boxing canter, but he was really good. He just popped straight over that, and obviously that's a little bit bigger than the ones we've just been jumping, but he was a really good boy. And then I think we do the same box again and then straight on to the next one, which is again a bit bigger. I think Simon just blocks this fence, but we did get a little bit of an awkward jump over it, but he was a good boy. I think it just took him by surprise a little bit, and then we just jumped it again just to make sure he was happy, which he was. And then we jumped this little log going out of the field, which Simon warned me that most of the time the young horses are very spooky jumping out of a field. So as you can see, we had quite a wobble, but with it being so small, it was just get him over it from whatever we came out of. So we spent, again, quite a bit of time just going back and forth over that one, making him feel confident, because obviously he wasn't that sure, and he wasn't that sure on the way back either, but he does get to grips with it in a minute. Yeah, that was much better. And then I think we carried on and jumped a little box fence back into the field. I can't remember which one it was. I think it's that little box one on the left there. We jumped that one back in, and again I think he jumped it quite well. We did just trot and pop because obviously he's not really seen any of it before. Yeah, nice little pop from Mr. Bond. And then I believe we do the log again. I think we spent a lot of time going back and forth over that one just because he was a bit unsure to start with. And then I think we jump a different one back in this time. I think it's that one there that you can see now that we jump back in, maybe. No, I lied, we're definitely not jumping that one back in. I'm doing the same thing again, which I didn't realise, but there you go, did it all in canter. Yeah, he's a good boy. Then we jumped to this one. This is the one I was on about, and he jumped that really well, like didn't batter an eyelid, and that was a bit bigger. And then we just obviously jumped it back the other way because it's all about repetition. I'm sorry guys if you're finding this really boring, but this is the reality of young horses and their first ever time doing things like this. It's obviously all about building confidence, so yeah, but he was really good. And then we went over here, and this was obviously a different step. This is a sunken road, and it was in like 3 fields away, and obviously he was a little bit unsure to start with after being so good with the steps up there. Just had a little moment here, which is to be expected. It was different, but he does go down it by himself in a second. Hopefully my mum filmed it. Oh, nearly going. He goes. There you go, just pops off, and then does go back up, and then again just repeated that quite a few times, got him trotting up and down it. I don't think my mum filmed actually how many times we did that, but then Simon said can I canter and actually get the one stride in, and we did, so that was good. And then did it the other way a few times as well. Again, we did it more times than this, but mum didn't film it all. And then next was the water. It actually took me a good minute to get him in the water, but my mum didn't film it. And Simon really didn't want to get Splash's feet wet. It's a bit of a play on words, isn't it? But yeah, he didn't want to get his feet wet, so I had to do this one myself, and you know, he was alright. We got in the end, and he's dead funny because he doesn't really like going in the water, but once he's in the water, he loves to have a good sniff and a play and doesn't really like coming back out. So yeah, we spent a long time in the water, just letting him get used to it and walking round. I don't know if I said or not, but he has actually been in water once or twice before. There's an arena that we hire nearby that just has a little water in the arena, little water complex, so he has been in that a couple of times, but that's pretty much as far as it goes with cross-country schooling before this point. So then yeah, just again in and out, keep repeating. Although he looks pretty happy now, doesn't he? Just wandering around. Looks like a seaside donkey, bless him. And then we just trotted him through the water, and this was all we really needed to do with the water, to be fair. It's not like there was going to be any difficult water combinations in a 70. And then this was his first attempt over the ditch. He was so good. And then Simon said, just be careful when you go to it the second time in case he scared himself by being that brave the first time. But as you can see, he was as good as gold. So again, we just repeated it a couple of times, going back and forth. But yeah, I really didn't expect him to be like this. Like, Pixie was a bit naughty well, not naughty, just unsure about ditches to start with. I don't think I've ever been on one that has just gone over a ditch straight away, especially without like a lead or anything. But yeah, he was really good because we didn't have a lead from Simon the first time, as you've just seen by the video. So yeah, he was such a good boy. And then because he was so good with that ditch, we did just quickly do this little combination. So slightly bigger ditch, not by much, and then to the tyres. And as you can see, he's pretty tired by this point. He found it quite an effort there, heaving himself over. So then we just popped it the other way and then called it a day, because obviously you don't want to overdo it. He'd ended really confident, we were both happy, so we obviously wanted to finish that session that way and didn't want to tire him too much or push him too much. Oh my gosh, how cool was he? I was so pleased with him. Weren't you good, Mr. Bond? So obviously with how well that went, we won't be going cross-country schooling again, because I literally think it's going to be like little box fences and stuff. So he's pretty much done all he needs to do. I don't even think there'll be like a ditch or a step or anything like that in the course. But yeah, how cool was he? Oh, sorry, I'm trying to tie him up. Yeah, he was really, really good. I wasn't expecting that. I thought I had him down as a bit of a, like, not very brave horse, but he definitely proved me wrong, Bond. I'm really, really pleased with him. I just didn't expect that. Like, he's never ever seen a ditch, never even seen a ditch before in his life, and to just go and trot straight over one, I was like, even Simon was like, are you sure you haven't seen a ditch before? I was like, yep. Yeah, I didn't have him down as a brave horse, but he was good to go with the steps. Obviously it was really nice to have Simon on the lovely splash, leading us to start off with. I think that really helped, like, Bond come out confident, because he was like, oh, I'm following this one, this is nice. So I think it set the tone to be quite a nice session for him. So yeah, it worked out really nicely. So a big thank you to Simon for helping us. But yeah, really, really pleased with that. I'm really excited now to take him on Saturday to do his first little one-day event. It's going to be really good fun. So yeah, we will see. We will see how everything goes. But I think that'll be it for Bond's little prep for eventing, because I don't think he needs any more. Yeah, I don't want to overdo it with him. He is a big, lazy, gets tired easily, like, young horse, so I don't want to overdo it. I know that he'll be fine, like fine enough show jumping and dressage, so I don't really need to go and practice anymore. So yeah, really, really happy with that. So I'm gonna leave this video here and look forward to taking Bond at the weekend to have some fun. Well, it's going to be an educational day, hopefully. But yeah, so keep a lookout for Bond going to his first ever event. I can't wait. But yeah, that was Mr. Bond. Being so clever. Are you going to make a good event horse one day? Are you going to make me a nice event horse? If your daddy doesn't make me sell you. Well, I don't want to. Yeah, that was Bond. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.